I'm the only one who's been feeling this today, but God has put this energy on me where I'm just like, I'm done. Do y'all feel that too? Or is it just me? Because, and I was just telling my friend this a few weeks ago, bless his precious heart, because he definitely, we spoke about this, and then a few days later, he passed away. This just happened last week. So I was telling him, I was like, I've been feeling this energy inside my soul where I'm like, I feel like my soul is getting too big for my body. You know what I mean? I was just like, and it's starting to get frustrating, because it's like we have to participate and still try to pretend that this world that we live in and that the systems and the money and the issues are real, right? And it's just so frustrating, because it's starting to get funny to me, because I won't even say the devil or the powers that be, but just I'll say the enemy mindset, right? It's just coming after us in a way where they're trying to throw everything at this point. You know how in the movies where somebody's running from a bad guy and they just start pulling trash cans in the way, in the alleyway, to just leave enough space to keep them off them? That's what it feels like. And it's so stupid, because inside I'm just like, at this point, especially in my life, the stuff that I've been through, I'm like, at this point, there's nothing that they can do. It's like, I know that 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 I know who I belong to, who I am, what I have in me, and there's just nothing that they can do at this point. And I'm just sitting here just like, okay. And just all these arguments and all this confusion, and I'm just like, what is all this even for? Like, can we wrap this up? Can we wrap this up? Like, I'm ready. I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? But I'm ready for something new. I'm tired. I'm not tired in that way, but I'm just so ready. I feel like just grabbing the fabric of reality and just ripping it off and being like, can we just walk around in our real, like, form? Because pretending to be this when I know that inside God got his kids walking around, and I'm just like, woo! I just want to just, like, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? Chosen, are y'all ready? I'm ready to go. I'm amped up. My spirit, man, is on 1000. Like, I'm just like, we walking around in these little human bodies, but we really like 100 feet tall spiritually. You get what I'm saying? And I'm just like, like, the stuff on a daily basis is getting so petty. Like, it's petty at this point, but guess what? I'm pettier. And when I say I'm pettier, I don't mean I dabble in the little stupid petty. No, I'm petty in that I hate to lose. You get what I'm saying? I hate to lose. And when I say I hate to lose, what I mean is you're not going to get me out of my character, because I can see what you are for real. You know what I'm saying? When I say I'm petty, that means that I'm not going to take a knee until I get ready. You can't shame it out of me. You can't shame the truth out of me. You can't beat the truth out. You can't rape the truth out. You can't torture the truth out, because when that's in your soul, there's nothing that they can do. You know what I'm saying? And they try to come at you with all this stuff. Oh, okay, I'm gonna take this from you. It was never mine anyway. Okay, we gonna come with whatever money situation. Money's not real. Okay? I saw the other day, right? Money is not real. I saw somebody, it was like a glass vase, right? They bought a glass vase at the thrift store. Changed it a little bit, bought it for $12 at the thrift store, changed it a little bit, sold it for $2,000. And you trying to tell me money's real? Money's not real. You can have as much abundance as you want tomorrow. And I'm not talking about this because, again, it's not real. But when you know in here that you're rich, there's nothing that can take that from you. And irritates the hell out of people and out of the system that's here, because people be looking at me like, who do you think that you are, walking around like you're somebody? And I'm just like, just because y'all have rooted yourself and you have an identity in the ways and the things and the concepts of this world, I've never had a root in this world. Like this, I've been asking questions about stuff since I was a kid, and I didn't know that there were certain things that I wasn't supposed to be doing and saying, because, you know, I'm a little spicy, so I didn't realize. And I would be asking questions, and they would be so mad, and I was always like off to myself because I didn't understand why everybody was lying. Like, I'd be looking at people and I'm like, why is everybody lying? Why is everybody lying so much? You know what I mean? It's just like, again, being spicy, y'all normals are weird to me. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody says. I understand that spiciness is linked to being a spiritual being one of God's chosen children. I'm not about to get into all of that right now because that's not the message. But what I'm saying is, my whole life I would just be looking at the adults in the room and I'd be like, okay, so y'all are mad at me. That's how I became the family scapegoat, because I would ask questions and it would make me the problem. And I would be like, wait, so I'm getting punished because of the stuff that they're doing? And I could never put the pieces together. Now that I've read hundreds of books on psychology, spirituality, the Bible, just different watched hours, years worth of videos on narcissistic family dynamic structures. I purposely got ingrained in a cult so I could see how they work. And I'm like, oh yeah, this works exactly like a narcissistic family. They're the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, just understanding all of these things, I can finally sit back and go, oh, we're the normals. Y'all normals are not normal. Y'all live in this false created world that's like, you be lying to yourselves and you live in lies. So that's why when I say, like, when I look at the lies people tell don't concern me. It's the lies that people tell themselves and that they live in. You get what I'm saying? It's like, because your parents told you to be a doctor, you went and became a doctor even though you know you're an artist. Like, yeah, I mean, go off, do what you gotta do, because that's what everybody does. But why? Why? Just things like that, where I would just ask questions and I'd be like, okay, even like stuff that most people argue about, I'd be like, you stop talking to somebody for that? Like, you couldn't just come to me and say, oh, Precious, when you said this, it bothered me. That's why I don't go back and forth with anything. That's why I give grace to everybody about every situation, because most people don't even understand how many different illusionary paradigms the average person is under. First, they're under projection. So even if you're not doing or saying a certain thing, they think that you're doing or saying it because they grew up in a way where that was happening to them their whole life. So even if you're not doing it or saying it, they think that you're doing it and saying. There's just so many different illusionary paradigms that the average human being is under. I give everybody grace, because at this point, like I said, I walk around knowing exactly who I am. And if people want to live whatever way that they want to live, I understand. It's, for a lot of people, especially people who don't know or have God, it's not a choice for them, okay? And arguing and going back and forth with anybody is futile, because what I've learned in my life is, it doesn't matter what the truth is. I'm going to say that again. It doesn't matter what the truth is. It matters what people believe. I know you're going to be like, of course the truth matters. Yeah, the truth matters in that it creates. But then on a certain level, it doesn't matter. That's why it's so easy to create these false realities that people live in, because y'all could watch one movie, one TV show, listen to a song, and completely manifest a whole entire reality where something is true. And then y'all go, oh, this is just like that movie that came out last year. Yeah, duh. Because that's how it works. They put it inside, it gets put down inside of you, because the human being is the most powerful manifestation portal that there is. So it goes in through your ear gates and your eye gates, right? Whether you know it or not. Think about Run This Town, right? Rihanna, Kanye West, Jay-Z, all them, right? Remember the words to the song? Who gonna run this town tonight? Do you think it's a coincidence that all of them became billionaires? And it's not because they sold their soul to the devil. Who knows? Who knows? I'm minding my business. Who knows? But that's high level, I won't say magic, I'll say high level manifestation, where you're getting billions and billions of people to repeat this and to say this again and again and again and again and again. And we made it true for them because they believed it for themselves. And then now we're singing it. So we're reaffirming that it's true. So we're creating a whole reality. That's why AI, see, I could go on forever. I'm gonna stop right here, okay? If y'all want the story to continue, I might do a live, who knows? This is, Friday night when you hit that last second wind and you're like, I can conquer the world. And then when you sit down, you like, I ain't doing nothing for the next 5 days. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm probably gonna pass out. So I'm gone. Have a good rest of the weekend, y'all. I love you. Stay prayed up. Stay doing whatever keeps you strong. Whatever keeps you the strongest in your spirit, go do that. If you fast, if you pray, if you like to sing and dance and praise, whatever keeps you the strongest in your spirit, go do that. I don't judge nobody. The times we living in, baby, I'm excited. Let's go.